I'm Daniel J. Craig, and I became an Eagle Scout in August of 1969 at the ripe old age of 14. I'm a Superior Court judge in the Augusta Judicial Circuit, which is one of 49 judicial circuits in the state of Georgia, and the Augusta Circuit is comprised of Richmond, Columbia, and Burke counties. My scout troop was Troop 710. It was established in 1966 at the Sacred Heart Church and School, which was closed the school closed in 1969 when I graduated 8th grade there, and the church closed 2 years later in 1971. So our troop had a very short run, if you will, and it really was, the troop was comprised of 3 grades in the Sacred Heart School. The 11-year-olds, and I was one of them, went in the original group in 1966, and then we added 2 more grades thereafter. And even those who came the year after me some of them were able to achieve the Eagle rank. We produced probably about 7 or 8 or 9 Eagle Scouts over the course of the 3.5, 4 years that we were an active troop. Well, I think that what I learned in scouting was to plan and to execute and to work within deadlines, which has proven extremely beneficial to me. First, as I was progressing through my academic career, and which included law school, but has even become more helpful to me in my professional career, because in the law we are not only are we faced with significant challenges to accomplish results within the courtroom and for our clients, but we also must do it within a very limited time. So what I learned in scouting as I worked through the ranks and had to achieve the milestones, the hurdles that you must achieve as you go through scouting, was to set short-term deadlines and long-term goals, and to achieve those goals and deadlines, and to find alternatives, if you will, or secondary plans when indeed the first plan might not be executed in the way that you would like for it to have been. So I think that's what I learned, is self-discipline in the form of setting long-term goals and short-term goals. I think it's my Eagle Scout project, which is a very different Eagle Scout project than those that I now sit on a board where we review projects. Very different than the things that I typically review, where scouts go out and build things and improve wildlife areas and camping areas and whatnot. My Eagle Scout project was a service project. I worked as a volunteer in the United States Department of Education Head Start program throughout the entire summer of 1969. And it gave me an opportunity to work with impoverished children. It gave me an opportunity to appreciate fully the dignity of people who came from different socioeconomic backgrounds. They weren't that much different from me, because I was raised in very modest circumstances, but nonetheless, these were children that I had never met before, of all races, and it gave me an opportunity to see dedicated teachers working with those students as I did my volunteer work, to really give the children opportunities in life, opportunities to succeed in school that they might not have had before. So that's a special memory of mine, and I have vivid memories of each of those days during the course of the summertime that I was working, and I can still see the faces of the children, and I can see the energy, I can see the enthusiasm, and it became important to me to try and help people experience that sort of energy and enthusiasm in everything they did, whether that's in a courtroom or whether that's in a district attorney's office where I had previously served or otherwise. But that was most memorable. I think that everything I have done in life is on account of what I learned in scouting. I think that because I was given the benefit of exposure to dedicated men who were my scout leaders, I was provided the role models of what men should be like, how men should speak, how men should be good citizens, how men should be respectful of other people, and then the concept of unselfish service was shared with me and instilled in me in such a way that it has really been the driving force behind everything that I have done throughout my career and in my family, because we learned that it's through selfless service and dedication to other people that we succeed, but more importantly, that the people who depend on us succeed. I would say that I have spent many moments over the course of many years now, 47 years, marveling at the selfless dedication of each of you. We had two scoutmasters. One might have called himself an assistant scoutmaster, I don't know, but there were two men who were involved in our troop and who basically attended every single camp out that we had, and we were very active campers in my troop. We camped an average of 28 times a year in addition to our summer camps and camporees. So we spent a lot of time under the stars, and these men had other children in their families. They had female children in their families. They could easily have raised the excuse that I have other family obligations, or I have other obligations around the home, or my daughters need my attention, but we never heard that. We never, that I can recall, never had any of the adult leaders to fail to show up, fail to participate in a planned event, whether that was a hike or a camp out or anything like that. And I think back on that now that I have raised a family and I have 8 grandchildren of my own, and I think that is almost impossible that these men were able to show that level of dedication to all of us in that scout troop. And as a result of that, I stay in touch with those people that I shared my scouting experience with. And they have all succeeded in everything that they have undertaken in their lives. And so I would say to those scoutmasters, I marvel at your dedication. I marvel at your selflessness. And I've tried to follow your example. I've tried to be the person of the character and integrity that you demonstrated when I was in scouting.